Hello YouTube, Plays back once again for some more of our Minecraft adventure, and in today's episode I think what we're missing around here are some houses for the little village people that are going to live around Ravine City. So we've obviously got our beautiful house over in the corner, which is pretty grand, and we've got a load of really cool shops and the chapel and things popping up around Ravine City, which is pretty awesome. But one thing we don't have is any little tiny houses for people to actually live in. So that's kind of the thing that I think we need to work on today. And I've had an idea to start the first house. So one of my favourite builds still is one of our early builds, and that's the butcher shop here. I really love the way this whole butcher shop's turned out and the way that it looks. And I also, looking at it again today, I realised that this part here would make an absolutely fantastic little house for the villagers to live in. So I think what we're going to do for our first house, and obviously we're going to build a load of houses around, the plan is to have houses sort of around the outside of Ravine City High Street, so all the shops and things will be directly coming off of this path, and then a little bit further back there'll be actual houses for people to live in. So I think for one of our first houses that we're going to try out, we're going to try and copy this kind of build here, and see if we can do that, but on a much, like, so not this whole thing, but just like, maybe just this little front bit here to make a cute little house for someone to live in. So let's get to work on that. So one of the things I'm a little bit worried about is actually exactly where to place this. So I've put these two posts down as like a marker of where I was thinking to begin with. I don't want it too close to sort of my area down here. So I don't want anything like right here. But I figured if I sort of put one here, maybe I can put like another one here, and then build quite a few going back all around this area here, something like that. So we've got like a cluster of houses around here, and then sort of maybe coming around the back here as well, something like that. It depends how we get on. It's kind of odd because obviously like the way I've built the city going around the ravine here, it sort of goes around like this, so nothing's straight. So like you don't come off straight, and you can't be like, so if I wanted to build a house directly off of the path, for example, it would need to be like this kind of shape, which obviously is weird. So it's a bit of an odd one. So you have to kind of come off and then turn them as well, if that makes sense. So instead of doing that, I sort of have to try it. So I'd either build one straight here or one straight here. So I think we're gonna go. I think this is a good spot. Let's just, before we commit to anything, let's just have a quick look around just to see if there's anywhere else that we think would be a better spot for now. Okay, so here could be a pretty good spot too. So if we build a house in here, maybe. So that could be a pretty good spot. I think they're both pretty good spots because both the areas that I've chosen look a bit blank at the minute. I'm going to go for here just because it was my first sort of gut feeling. If we don't like it, this should be only a pretty small build, so we can easily tear it down. But so to try and copy the front of the butcher shop, because that looks really cool, I think I went something like 3 up. So if this works out, this would be a really easy sort of mini villager house that you can build in any of your sort of Minecraft worlds or series as well. And it should look pretty damn cool because this building has so much character, and it should keep all of that character, but obviously just pack it into a much smaller little house rather than a big shop. That's the plan anyway. Let's see if that's how it turns out. So let's go, just jump up here. And then I think I went, so 3, and then I had a beam across the top, right? I'm pretty sure that's how I did it. It's so bright. The shaders in this are just so beautiful, but they're also incredibly bright when you look directly at the sun. It's like real life. You need sunglasses. Look at this. Crazy, right? So I think that's how I did the entrance. We can keep going back and have a look at the butcher shop as well, just to make sure that we've got it exactly right. So I've done it. So there's a 3 wide gap, and I think that fills up with stone walls and the door, obviously. So let's just double check. Yep. Yeah, that's perfect. So 3 wide gap, stone walls, and then the door is in one. So if you go bam, 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 bam. So that's the sort of general gist. Have I got a crafting table anywhere here? I've got one up here, right? Oh, I've got one on me actually, so let's just put it here so we don't... Ah! I'm so bad at switching things around in my inventory lately for some reason. Right, so let's just plop that down here, just so we don't have to keep running away to get one. And we want to build the door, so let's go like this. Boom. Right, so here's the door, and then, so the door should be like this. And then I guess that was stone across the top. Is that how I did it? Let's go have a look. I feel like that might not have been how I did it. Maybe I had a stair in there or something to give it a bit more character. Oh, okay, so it goes up. Okay, yeah, now I get it. Now I get it. That's how I did it. So it actually goes up one. So what you want to do is get rid of the door for a start. Get out of here, door! Oh, the dark oak doors just look so much like chocolate. Every time I see one, it just makes me hungry. Alright, so that should be there, and then... oh, excuse me. Then we should just pop that here. There we go. Have I got any steps? Yes, there we go. Lovely. Step. Get on the bar. Okay, cool. So there's the little entrance. All looks good. All looks good. Obviously, we might have to adapt this a little bit because we've built it into like a long shop. And for this, we just want it to be purely this little front house kind of thing here. Oh, why do I feel like is it long enough? Yeah, that's definitely right. Yeah, that's right. Right, so there's going to be a bit of back and forth here just to make sure we sort of get this right. And once we've done the front, then we can sort of freestyle the rest. Yes, then we'll have some hedges, some glowstone underneath. Yep. Lovely. And then maybe on the poorer houses, they won't have the glowstone. They might look a little bit run down. We can use cobblestone instead of smooth stone. Put some sticks in instead of the wooden logs to make it look a bit broken and stuff like that. Maybe, and I think so obviously all the houses aren't going to be like this, so there'll be a few that are done in this style. I'd say this is quite a nice style, so this is not going to be like the poorer people. This is probably like your regular average kind of house, and then the slightly poorer ones might be made of wood rather than stone, and obviously there'll be much more grand ones as well, maybe even some that are made of like wool and stuff like that. Some sort of cottages that are a bit more for the rich people, for the rich folk, not like us scrubs here living in them with the piggies. They're so cute. Look at him. Oh. I'll never get over how adorable piggies are in Minecraft. He says as he's staring at a pork chop just hanging in the shop. Okay, cool. So we've got the beams. And then I guess we just put... Is that just two stairs next to each other? No, it's not, is it? So there's a block. Is it a block? It's hard to tell. I think that's a block. And then like... maybe. Right, okay. I think. Oh, we need lots of cobblestone stairs. I don't think I have any on me, but I've got plenty of cobblestone, so that's fine. Have I got any chests on me? No, but I did. At least I left some chests down here from when I was building this. So I'm gonna grab those. So what I've been doing when I build stuff now is like I've just been trying to bring a bed and chest with me so that I don't have to like keep going all the way back to the house every time to get stuff. Although obviously this time I forgot to bring it with me. I'm so useless. Right, let's quickly dump all this farming stuff in here. So we can put seeds, hay bales. We're gonna need the leaves. Gonna need the leaves. Did I get the chests? No, I got everything but the chests. Typical. Typical L players, right? Get in there. Get in there. Where'd they go? Oh, I was worried. Come on. Come on, surely the next thing we pick up has got to be the chests. I believe. Oh yeah, there we go. Right, so we've got the chests. Head on over here. I think we'll only need to place one down because this should, like, once we've built one of these, it should be really easy to build a couple because they're like so small. But it's just making sure that first one we get the shape and the detail all perfect. Perfect. Right, let's put the chests here. And let's bung a load of rubbish in there. So we don't need sticks, we don't need that. The bed we should actually place down so that I can sleep when it's dark. Glass we don't need yet. Okay, right, cool. Cool, right, so that's going to be the general shape. And then we need blocks on top. Oh, actually, we can use the ladders. Is it bedtime? Can we sleep? I just placed a stone block down instead of sleeping. Right, okay, cool. Right, ladders. There we go. Grab these so that I can easily climb up on top. See, I'm getting better at building stuff, right? I hope. So we had stone. Which one's the door? Is this the middle? Okay, so there's definitely stone here. And then I'm pretty sure there's stone like either side as well. I guess like the next thing we need to build really is the actual roof part, because then that'll give us the shape. If I can remember how I did it. So I've got a step up there. So first of all, a step coming off the edge. Yeah, okay, we can do that. That's fine. I know how I do my roofs. And let's build some cobblestone stairs because we don't have any. Well, we have like 6, but that's not enough. Yeah, I'm quite surprised actually that it like took this long to build to like think. It was something I totally forgot. Like obviously any city needs houses for the actual inhabitants. I've been building like shops and churches and thinking about doing all kinds of other stuff, and then I forgot like the basic thing is like where are the people going to live? So it's definitely important that we start building some living quarters around this place. So that can go there. And then, what the? Get out of here. Go the right way, this way. Oh, god damn it. I'm so bad at placing stairs. Give me a break. Alright, get it. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be the roof. Right, let's jump up and do that. And then we know where we need to place the rest of the stone. Oh, I forgot like how awkward it is trying to build roofs. Okay, cool. I think that's all of them. Bada bing, bada boom. Ha! Here, did I just have half slabs on top? So let's put blocks. place on the hotbar! Damn thing. I do that every time. I don't know what's going on. Right, okay, so that... Is that the shape? I feel like that's not the shape. Obviously, we've got to do the other set of stairs underneath, which might be where I've gone wrong. Yeah, I think it probably was. So let's get that other set of stairs underneath. So we go here. Oh, whoa. Whoa, that was weird. Almost. That's almost where I wanted to place it. Good job, game. Good job. Right, let's get it. Get it. Yeah, get wrecked in there. Don't get wrecked. I'm building a house. I don't want to wreck it. What am I saying? Oh, ladder. Duh. Right. Does that now look like the right shape? Kinda? It feels like I've done something slightly off. Slightly, like something, it's something very small. So here we've got a block. Oh yeah, so there is a half slab on top, which I think is the problem. I think that's the only difference so far. Yeah, that's it. So that I knew something was not quite right. I could tell. Yeah, nothing gets past me. I'm joking. Like, anyone who's ever seen me caving has probably noticed that I miss so many things. Right, have we got an axe? Yes. Let's get this. Yeah. Okay, cool. Right, so we've got that. We just need to put a... Right, let's build a post that we can climb up on to like jump on top every time. If we need to get on top anymore. So let's put those there. Perfect. Okay, cool. So that's going to be the front of the house, and then we're going to have hedges. I know I need to put glowstone at the bottom, but for now I'm just trying to get a feel for how it's going to look. So like hedges like this, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's pretty nice. It isn't? See, you could. That's already like a cute little house. It's obviously not, because I wouldn't want to live in this house just yet. But it will be cute. I promise. So that's that. Okay, that's pretty cool. So other touches that I put on the front. Do I have a trapdoor above the door? That's normally the kind of thing I go for. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we've got posts. So here okay. So I've gone for fence posts with 3 trapdoors above and then a little sign. Okay, that's cool. Oh, I wish like the signs, instead of having, I wish you could just write something on them, but it was quite big. So obviously on an actual sign you have to it's too small. But I could have like numbers on the houses. So it's like number 1, number 2, number 3. Like a proper street. Maybe I'll do that with actual signs. Who knows? Who knows? What am I looking in here? Right, trapdoors. Yeah, actually, I might have some laying around. Trapdoors. Nah. No trapdoors. Typical. Alright, that's fine. Let's go. Actually, let's go for how big do we want the place? Let's have a look. So if we say, I guess like the inside needs to be kind of livable, right? So if we go, I kind of feel like they should be square though, but that is probably going to be very, very small if we do it square. That should be perfect. I mean, that's like an okay size, and we can vary the shapes. Like some can have like much longer ones, and they can have like corners and stuff. But this should be like a good template for a house that you can adapt to make as grand or as what's the opposite of grand? As grand or as modest as you like. Okay, cool, and then across the top again. Okay, so this is the general template, guys. So you just put 3 beams of, like, you could use any color wood, it doesn't have to be the same as mine. So 3 beams either side, and then just straight beam across the top, and then build. So they're essentially your walls. So however big you want them, just do all 4 of those. You should probably do that first, like if you're doing it. I just wanted to make sure I had the front done. So put your like timber supports in first. Then I'd probably build the roof straight after that, so always start with the front of the roof. And I use 2 sets of stairs. So a lot of people just use 1 set of stairs and go up and then down, and then that's their roof. It looks a lot better if you thicken it up with another set of stairs underneath attached to that. It just looks a lot nicer if you ask me, so that's how I do it. So this is a really cool idea actually. So having your door not start at ground level, so either go up, or you could do the opposite as well. So you could have it like step down into the door, and then that would give you a bit more space inside. Maybe if you want to have like a basement floor or something like that. But if just having your door at like a slightly different level just breaks it up, and it looks pretty cool. I quite like how the feel that gives. So that's cool. And then you just put in your walls, and again, like you don't have to use. This could be stone or like a different color wood or anything, but the actual shape of the house. This is like a pretty good way to go about it for a small house. I wouldn't actually like living it for yourself as your Minecraft base, but for like a decorative like villager house, or if you're building a city or something, it looks pretty good. We're out of stone. How are we out of stone? I've got so much stone. Stone for days, I tell you. Right, let's put this. Bada bing, bada bing, bada bing. Okay, that should do. Hopefully, he says. I hope I don't have to go and get supplies for this. It's such a small build. I was thinking, yeah, I'll be fine. I'll got all the stuff I need for this. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. If I actually make it through a build without having to go get supplies one day, that'd be a miracle. If that ever happens, you guys better leave a like. Okay, cool. So there's our shape. There's the 4 walls, and then obviously you just need to finish off the roof. Not like that. That's definitely not how you want to finish off the roof. And then always have it overhanging on both sides, because it looks so much better than just having it come to the edge. Just gives it a lot more texture and depth, which is like so important in Minecraft. Especially because you're like limited with the shapes and stuff that you can build. Yeah, I think this is going to be a cute little house. So I'm going to quickly finish the roof, and then we'll come back and see how that's looking. Okay, that's the roof done, and it looks pretty damn cool. So that's your general shell on how to build like a little tiny house for your villagers in whatever town or city that you're building in your own Minecraft worlds. And obviously you can vary up the materials you use. So this could be wood. You could use stone as the frame and wood as the blocks, or you could use all wood, just different colours of wood. Any material you want kind of fits with this template because it's quite simple. I just left this bit because you always need to remember the way if you want to do the roofs, how I do them is, once you've got your first set of stairs on, just go underneath, not on the bottom one, starting from here, and just add another set of stairs underneath. And then just to finish it off, if you're left with an odd block like I have at the top here, just put a stone block in, and if I can get it, there we go. And that's how I do my roofs, to make them doubly thick, and it just looks a lot nicer. So that's the sort of general outline of how to do the building. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is start adding all the little details that make it look really cool. Obviously I've already done that with the step and some bushes out the front here. So the first thing we'll do is just put bushes around all of the corners. I always add bushes on the corners. You don't have to just put them on the corners. You can put them you can put them in sort of pretty much all over the place. But I just love how they look on the corners. And there's no sort of rule for this, but generally just sort of wrap it around the corner, something like that. And then however you feel, so as much or as little as you feel looks good. and try not to like do it the same on all of them. So I sometimes do something like that just to make it a little bit different. And on this one, I might put like a little. I might just leave it like that, and that was pretty good. And then maybe I'll put just one in here as well. Actually, yeah, just one high. Sometimes one little high hedge like that just looks fine. And I'm going to join that up because I feel like that looks pretty good. So I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to put a hedge in here, and then I think we're done. So that's kind of what I do with the hedges. There's no sort of rhyme or reason to it. You just sort of place them down. Whatever you feel looks good is fine. Like there's no sort of specific way to do it. But I like to just sort of I like to place them specifically on the corners. I just feel like that looks really good. So the next thing I'm going to do for detail is just on the front. Just pop some fence posts down here. And you don't have to copy this, but basically try and just do something to bring a bit more life to the front. And then I'm going to put trapdoors across the top, so I just need to remember how to make trapdoors. It's like this, right? There we go. I always forget how to build like fences and stuff, just because, well, I don't know, just because I'm an idiot, I guess. Alright, but trapdoors. So trapdoors are a really good way to add detail. Fence posts are really another... Get down here. Another really good way to add detail. Hedges, another good way. Plant pots as well is a pretty good way. So I might do plant pots here. So obviously what you want to do next. So with the front now, I'm pretty happy with that. I'd say leave that as it is, unless you want to put like a sign or something at the top. That's another thing that I do quite a lot. But I'm pretty happy with how that looks. The only other thing that I'm going to add to this is I'm going to put some glowstone underneath the hedges, just so at night time that's all lit up and it looks really cool. Has a nice atmosphere to it, but that's fine. I don't want to touch any more of the front. So on the detailing on the side, so the first thing I'm going to do is put in some windows, just because nobody wants to sit in darkness, right? And I bet I haven't got any glass with me. Typical. So I'm going to put window, one at the back, and two wide at the front. And the windows obviously just sort of go with whatever size fits the build. So obviously here, because it's an odd number, I've gone for 2 in the middle. If it was sort of because it's an even number, sorry. If it was an odd number, then it'd just be like the one gap. Basically, just whatever fits on the edges there. I know I've got glass on my... Yeah, I knew I had glass. Glass panes. Oh, I always use glass panes as well, just because I don't know. I feel like they look a lot better than the thick glass chunks. But I guess that's more like personal preference. You can use stained glass windows as well if you've got a color theme running through the buildings. That's a pretty good way to like carry that on. Okay, cool. And then so I always use like I say, trapdoors and fence posts are like the key when it comes to adding in a bit of detail to your builds, and I always use them. Should probably make a few more trapdoors actually on that note. We're probably going to need quite a few if I can get my mouse to move. It's being uncooperative. 6. Yeah, that is enough. That's enough. So one above each of the windows, just like that. And that's fine. If you want to leave it like that, that's cool. Or you can use sort of fence posts with that as well. Up to you really how you want to do it. But just make sure you try and do something like that just to add a bit of detail. And then you can see what I've done here is add fence posts on the sides of that as well. So I'm not going to do that on this one just because I like how I've got my hedges. But you totally can do that. And if you're building on a completely flat surface where it's not a surface where it's not built up and stuff, then obviously the fence would fit there, no problem. Well, how did that get there? I did not mean to place this. So detail-wise, I'd say that's a pretty good start for detail on this building. It's got some character. It looks pretty cool. I might add a fence post to this back one. If I can ever place a block correctly. Right, there we go. So now we've got some character all the way around the building. It all looks pretty nice. The other thing you can do, let's see if so here I sometimes do is like plant pots. Well, you guys have probably seen me do that a few times. There's a few ways you can do this. You can use picture frames on a dirt block, or you can use trapdoors like I have here, or you can even use actual signs, just place them on a dirt block, whichever way you think looks best. And then I normally put like a little plant or flower or something in the top, or even a sapling, just to make it look like a bigger plant that you've got growing. And then as you can see here, so what I've kind of done here is add a support on this building, and using that idea with the cobblestone fence walls, I'm thinking about adding a little chimney onto this building. So I'm just having a look to see if there's a good place that I could put that. And I think, yeah, I feel like a good place to put that is probably around the side here. So what I'm going to do on this one, and this is kind of like the first time I've tried this, so we're just going to see if it looks good. So I'm just going to put this, bam, and then I'm going to take out this block here, place in another one, and then let's get up onto the roof. Have I got any of the material I need first of all? Right, so the material I need now is cobblestone fence. So fences is like this, right? Yeah, there we go. So that will be 6 will be plenty. Cobblestone wall, not fences. Cobblestone fence doesn't exist. Not yet, unfortunately. And then I was just going to do that. And there you go. Now we've just got a little chimney on top of the building. I think that looks pretty cool. Do we like that? Yeah, I like that. I think that looks pretty nice. And then I think just to finish that off, it just needs a stair at the bottom. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. And then it looks like we've got a little chimney just coming out the side. And if you have got silk touch and you can find some cobwebs, you can have some cobwebs coming out just to give some smoke. I'm probably going to do that on here and on my little mining hut at some point. But I think, there we go. There's a nice little house. Let's get rid of this. Oh, let's get the wood first, just so we can have a proper look at it. Okay, and I think that's about it. There's our cute little villager house. I'm going to pop up loads of these all over the place. Not all exactly the same, but it's a pretty good template that you can sort of adapt and use for various different shapes and sizes. And you can, like I say, you can use different materials. But I mean, that's a pretty good little villager home to me. You guys let me know what you think of that. And this is a really good opportunity for you guys to show me some of your builds, because I'm sure everyone has built little starter houses, little villager homes. So if you've got any cool ideas for other types of homes I can do. This is going to be a pretty big city and I want to have loads of different types of houses. So send me a picture on Twitter or Instagram. It's LPlays Gaming for both. Or leave a comment in here just explaining what you want me to do, and I'll check that out, because we should be able to build plenty of little houses like this all around. Obviously I need to do the inside, because this is, I mean, it looks kind of cool just because the shaders make the grass look cool. But we need to put a little flooring here, and maybe a bed, maybe not, who knows. This one's quite small. Maybe the bigger ones will have a bed and even an upstairs and stuff. But yeah, I think that'll do it for this episode. So there we go. There's my little guide on how to make a starter house type thing that you can use in any of your worlds. Let me know what you think about it. And as always, guys, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Stay interactive in the comments. Talk to me, talk to each other, and I will see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and peace.